Recording. Okay, so welcome to Feel Good Yoga. No Sangha tonight. And let's get started. Okay, so we want to just begin by sitting, getting grounded on the mat, being thankful that we are taking this time to support ourselves with a yoga practice. So begin by closing the eyes, relaxing through the arms and legs, spine is nice and straight, and make sure your head is just balancing easily on the top of the neck so that that neck can be relaxed. And let's take a deep breath in and exhale all the way. Another deep breath in and exhaling all the way, completely, fully exhale. Deep breath in again. Exhaling all the way, fully exhale. And then let it go, letting the breath breathe you. And then I want to do a breathing technique called the box breathing. And so what we'll do is we'll inhale to the count of 5, we'll hold to the count of 5, exhale to the count of 5, and hold out to the count of 5. So if you do it like with your finger, you're inhaling to the count of 5, holding to the count of 5, exhaling to the count of 5, holding out to the count of 5. So it looks like a box. So let's just begin that. So take a deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's do it again. Inhaling, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's do it 2 more times on your own. Inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold out, inhale, hold, exhale, hold out. One more time. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold out. And then just again, let the breath breathe you. Now let's take both of our arms and reach up, just opening through the shoulders, thumbs as far back as they can, fingertips as high as they can. And exhale, one arm down, reach to the side, really feeling through this side body. Just go as far as you can so that you get that nice stretch through the side body. Both arms up again. Reach those thumbs back, arms as straight as you can. And then right to the other side. Inhale. And really let's stretch through that side body, just enjoying it. And inhale up. And then let's go forward, all the way forward. Couple of breaths here. Inhale up, alternate your legs. Exhale over. Continuing full deep breaths. One more. Now let's just take the outer leg and straighten it. So whichever one is for you. If you have a block or a pillow, you can put it underneath the thigh on the bent leg. And then lean forward. So this is a bit of a hamstring stretch here. Breathing fully and completely. Keep lifting the toes towards your nose. And see if you can't crawl your fingers just a little bit more, relax into the stretch. And then inhale up. And let's go right to the other side. So the other leg in, take the block and just set it right underneath your thigh or a pillow or books, whatever. And lean forward. Let that other side relax. Breathing slowly and completely. Walk the fingertips forward. Okay, and then come all the way up. Very good. Now right to hands and knees. So warming up the spine, inhaling, right into cow. So tailbone as high as you can, looking up, arch the back as much as you can. Pull the sternum up. And then let's exhale right over into cat. Tailbone down, head and neck down, belly up. And inhaling to cow. And exhaling to cat. Again, inhaling. And exhaling. One more time. Right into spinal balance then. Left arm out or right leg out, inhaling out. Exhaling down. Right to the other side. Now, if your knees are sore here, just get a pillow or a blanket and put it right underneath your knees so you have a little extra padding. Exhaling down. Inhaling out. Exhaling down. Inhaling out. Now let's firm up the core. So really feel that core, really engage the core. And then exhale down. Now on this next one, let's come on our knee, which it makes it considerably harder. So the foot is up and on the knee on the other side. Really keep that core engaged. I have to put my foot down a little bit so I'm balancing not just on the knee, but on the upper part of the lower leg. And exhale down. And then right to the other side. So see if you can start out on the knee, engage the core, really keep it engaged, and see what you can do. If you have one of those big exercise balls, it's good to try this on the ball. It's good for the lower back because you have to really engage that front core. So you can try that on your own. Now let's tuck the toes under and take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's lift right up into down dog. So remembering everything in down dog about form. So we want to push into our hands, push into our thumbs and forefingers all the way. Relax through the ankles. Bend the knees a little bit. Lift that tailbone high. Shrug the shoulders up by the ears. You can pedal one leg and then the other leg. And just feel your body where you're at right now. Now let's come right up into a nice lunge. And Remember, if you need to modify, that means you have a knee down, that's fine. If you want to do a partial modification where you're in lunge, but your knee just comes down to support you, that's fine too. Remember to move the blanket. So if your knee is sore, put that blanket underneath your knee so you don't have pain there. Now let's add some movement. See what's tight, see where you're tight today. And bring that outside hand to the inside. Really good, some movement there. Let's take the knee and pull it out away from the body so that you're on the side of your foot. And if you want to, again, put the knee down. And if you want to, you can come down to your elbows. And just give your hip time to relax into the stretch. We tend to carry a lot of tension in our hips. And just give yourself a moment here, some deep breaths. And be wherever you're at. You don't ever want to go into pain in yoga. Pain equals no gain, so we don't want pain. Okay, and then come into a regular lunge. We have that outside hand to the inside of the foot. And then to heel and toe on your back foot, let's reach up. Reach all the way up. Open through the chest just as much as you can. Feel what's going on in your body. You may feel the stretch through the arm, and you may feel it through the adductor in your upper leg, your upper inner leg, just depending on where your body is at right now. Okay, now let's inhale all the way up into Warrior Two. Feel your breath. Let's come back down. Windmill over. Turn that back foot so you're on your toe, and let's go into Reverse Warrior. So notice what you feel. Let's take your palm and turn it right toward the sky just to add a little bit more stretch to the lower arm. And exhale down. Now, I'm going to heel toe your foot right to the top foot right to the middle of the mat. Your back foot is going to remain on your toe. And from here, we're going to stand right up into crescent lunge. So right up into crescent lunge, which is basically the same as warrior, except we're on our toe in the back. You want to lift your sternum a little bit, pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under just a little bit here. Look with your eyes up. Feel the balance, and then go into Warrior Two again. So we come down to heel and toe on the back foot. Front palm comes open, reach up, lean back. Right into Reverse Warrior. Let's count our blessings here. So for every finger, count some really nice thing that you noticed today about your life. Beautiful. And right back all the way, windmill over all the way. Turn the back foot so you're on your toe. One more time, feel that lunge. Now put the back knee down. You can grab your blocks if you want. We're going to go into a nice hamstring stretch. So you can either put your hands on the floor and straighten out that forward leg. You want to pull your toes in toward your nose, or you can come up onto your blocks. And same thing. And just stretch into this however far you want to. Just feel that, enjoy it. Now let's come out of that and come as far forward as you can so that we're stretching through the adductors and maybe also through the hip flexor. Lift the sternum up, tuck the tailbone under. Deep and complete breaths. Great. And then all the way up, back to hands and knees. Let's tuck the tailbone under and lift right up into down dog. Feel your breath. You can pedal through down dog, enjoying down dog. Now let's take the other foot and bring it right up into lunge. So you can stay in lunge if you want. You can bring a knee down. And if that's too much, and that's too much for your hip, just to go to where you can go, making sure you pad underneath your knee so you don't get pain there. Feel your breath. Add a little movement to this lunge. Notice what's going on in lunge. Let's take that outside hand, bring it to the inside. You can heel toe that foot out a little bit. And then we want to bring the knee out. So bring the knee laterally out and see what happens. If you want to come down to a knee, this is the perfect modification. And if you want a little more, come down to your elbows. Let's just give this time, this hip time to loosen up. So you can continue to add a little movement here. Deep and complete breaths. Great. Now come right back up. Let's come to heel and toe on the back and reach the outside arm up. Reaching up, opening up. Open that palm toward the sky and just take a moment to feel your body, what's going on in your body. Where are you feeling the stretch in your body as you continue to breathe in deeply and as you continue to exhale completely? And then exhale down. And then right to the other side. So you come up onto your toe on the back foot, right into twisted lunge. Palm right toward the sky. Feel what's going on here. Beautiful. Now both hands down, heel toe that foot to the center of the mat again. And we're going to lift up into high crescent lunge. So lifting both hands, pushing into that forward foot. High crescent lunge. Sternum up, tuck the tailbone under a little bit. Look with your eyes up. Deep and complete breaths, opening through the heart, leading with your heart. Now, as you inhale again, inhale all the way into Warrior Two. Back foot goes to heel and toe. Feel Warrior Two. Notice where you're feeling this in your body today may be different than last time. Now open the palm, reach up, lean back, and let's think of our 5 gratitudes. Perhaps being grateful for what you have just in this moment. You have your health. You have this class and the other people that are in the class that we have grown to know and love. Or if you're new, you're learning something new. And think of 3 more. And then windmill over. One hand on each side of the foot again. One more time, feel the hip, a little movement in the hip. and then come back to the knee. If you need to adjust the blanket underneath your knee so your knee doesn't hurt, then do that. You can grab your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can just put your hands on the floor. It'll do the same thing, this stretch. Let's pull our toes in right towards our nose and lean over so we get this nice stretch of the hamstring. Deep, complete breaths. Place your awareness not only on the hamstring, but also in the center of the chest, pulling the center of the chest forward. Thinking and feeling how to lead with your heart, which in this period of transition, this turning, this great turning that we're in the world, we need more and more to do this, to lead with our hearts. And then let that go. Bend the knee forward, come forward, and just as far forward as you can, both hands on top of the other knee, lift through the chest and feel what's going on in the hip flexor on the other side with your breath, with your heart, and how you're leading with your heart. Okay, great. And all the way down, back to hands and knees. And let's pop up into down dog one more time. Now let's take the right foot and lift it as far up as you can. Just really reach it high. Let the left ankle relax all the way down. And just fully let your weight go into stretching the ankle, the calf. And then bring that knee all the way in and just bring it all the way up, and we're just going to sit right on our glute. So sit on your glute and bring the other knee all the way around. Now, if you're really tight through here, then you can straighten this leg. Okay, so it just depends on where you're at. If both hips are not firmly on the ground, straighten the leg. If you do want a little bit more stretch of the hip, bend the knee. And then we're going to go into spinal twist. So arms out, reach this arm up, reaching up, the other arm comes down, reach, stretch through that side body. Now let's take the elbow, that upward stretched arm, take the elbow and put it on the outside of the upper knee. Other arm comes all the way around. And let the thumb just be right even with the tailbone. Look around. And as you inhale, inhale yourself tall. So your sternum is lifted. And exhale, twist. Inhale tall. And exhale, twist. So your spine is like in really good posture here. Get the eyes involved. So inhale tall. You can push down with your hand a little bit just to help you to be taller. Exhale, twist. And you can push with your elbow to help you twist just a little bit more. And when I say more, it's just a millimeter, the tiniest bit. Wonderful. Let's come out of that and let's do our nifty transition that we've learned. And so we're going to go with the upward stretched knee, put both hands on the mat, come all the way up, around, and all the way down. And we're ready to do it right on the other side. And again, if you need to have one leg straight, do that. That's a perfect modification. Remembering, and I always want to to teach this is that yoga is never a competition. It's just about where you're at in your body today. And as I'm sitting here talking through this, I do notice that I'm quite stiff in one hip. So I'm going to straighten this leg on this side. Now arms out. Now the opposite arm as the leg comes up, reach it up and stretch as much as you can through that side body. And then you're going to take the elbow down, the upward elbow down, put it on the outside of that upper knee. The other arm comes all the way around and put your thumb about even with the tailbone. And you know, if you have a little extra flesh on your tummy, pull that flesh around so that the extra flesh is not going to hamper the spinal twist. And as we inhale, we're going to be very tall through the spine, lifting the sternum. Exhale, twist. Get your head involved, your eyes involved. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. One more, inhale up, tall, and exhale, twist, and then come all the way around. Wonderful. Bend both knees, and let's come right over into hands and knees. Okay. So from here, let's come up into down dog. And we're going to do some of our planks and back bends. So let's inhale out to plank and squeeze through the shoulder blades. Feel your breath and just remain in plank. If you need to come down to your knees, that's fine. If you need to come down to your hips, in fact, that's fine. Some deep and complete breaths here. One more. Now exhale and lower down slowly. Flatten the feet and lift up into cobra. Give your wrists a break. Look with your eyes up and just be aware of the diaphragm easily lifting you up with each breath. Bring the hands, fingertips right on maybe the top of the mat, maybe just depending where you're at in the mat, but about 4 to 6 inches in front of your shoulders. And let's inhale up, looking up, and just feel the difference in your spine between that and cobra. And then exhale down. This is all really good for spine and for, especially if you have back pain. So now let's come on to our elbows. We put our hands flat down on the mat or the carpet beneath us. The elbows are at right angle underneath the shoulder. And then as we push down with our hands, pull everything forward. And pull forward, you may notice a stretch of the abs. As you're doing this, you may notice a stretch of the upper part of the spine or the thoracic spine, feeling your breath, leading with your heart. Feel your heart leading. And exhale down. One more time, let's put our fingertips on the mat and come up. I want to warm us up nicely so that we can go into a good up dog and then back down. Now for up dog. So hands next to the ribs, fingertips, even with the heart chakra. Tuck your toes under. And again, if full up dog hurts your spine, then come out of it. You want to go right up next to pain, but not into pain. Okay, and then inhale up. Heart forward, lead with your heart. Lead with your heart in yoga pose and lead with your heart in life, in this great turning that we're experiencing in the world. Feel your breath. And then exhale down. Good, and all the way back into extended child's pose, a counter pose for those back bends. Feel your breath. Now, right up to hands and knees. And let's do the eye of the needle, which is a lovely stretch for the shoulder girdle. So let's begin with the left hand. Reach the left hand all the way up. Palm toward the sky. Open up just as much as you can. Feel what's going on. You feel this in maybe the sides of your abdomen. You feel it in your arm, in your shoulder, in your hand. Feel this as you breathe completely, deeply and completely. And then all the way through the eye of the needle, all the way onto, as far back onto the shoulder as you can. And we have some options. We can bring the other hand around so that it's a form of spinal twist. You can take that upward stretched hand and grab, turn around, and grab the wrist so that you're stretching a little bit more through this shoulder. Now we can also place a little more weight on the right knee. So let's see what happens, what you feel. A little more weight on the left knee. We can take our hips and reach them back maybe an inch further back. Just feel that stretch from underneath the shoulder blade all the way down into, sometimes into the lumbar spine. And good. And then come all the way up, open again, opening all the way. And then to the other side. So the arm comes all the way up, look up, and let's take our time here. Notice what's going on. So notice where you feel this in your body. Are you feeling it maybe in the sides of your body, your side body, in your bicep, in your shoulder, in your lower arm, in your hand? Just take a moment, feel this. Now, through the eye of the needle, so that hand comes all the way through the eye of the needle. And if you want, you can bring the upper hand up so that you're in a bit of a twist. Or you can take that upper hand, grab the wrist, and pull the wrist, adding a little traction here. And then notice your hips. Place a little bit more weight on the opposite knee as the arm is stretching. And then place a little more weight on the other knee. And just see what happens to your body. Learn your body, learning this stretch. Let's take our hips, set them back maybe an inch. Notice what happens here. Breathe fully, completely. Exhale, again, fully, completely. One more deep breath in and out. Wonderful. All the way up again, opening, opening, opening through the chest. Notice what's happening. And then all the way down. Okay, now let's do one other thing that we've done the past 2 weeks. We'll do it one more time. So you may want to get 2 blocks or some pillows and some books and pillow. And we're going to set them right underneath or sit bones. And this is a shoulder stretch and a hip stretch both. So if you have a hard time going into this, then you need to just be very careful. That's why I'm showing the extra blocks. So you fold one knee underneath you with the heel back by your sit bones or the blocks. The other knee then also does the same thing. And some people can't do this. And so if that's you, even with these extra blocks, then just know, no, that's not me. I can't do it. And my skeleton isn't going to let me. And if the blocks are too much, you can come out and just have your sit bones on the floor. So for me, when I do this with my sit bones on the floor, it's quite the stretch. So just go to whatever modification that you need for your skeleton and your connective tissue. Just completely respect your skeleton and your connective tissue. Now, arms out to the side and one arm up, the other arm down. Oh, let's grab a strap. Forget about the strap. Grab a strap. Put the strap in the upper arm and see if you can meet in the middle behind you and just work your hands up the strap as far as you can so that you get a nice stretch of the arms and the shoulders. And notice where you're feeling this. Is it completely in the shoulders or is it in the triceps also? Complete inhale and exhale. Great. Relaxing. Very good. Coming out of it. We're going to do that same fun transition. So your upward knee, you're going to go to the opposite of that. I'm going to moon the camera. So you come all the way up, around, and twist, and all the way down. And just go as slow as you can. And if you're doing this from a lotus pose, it's going to be the same thing. You can do that fun transition and go right into a lotus pose. So whatever you prefer to do. Now the strap's going to go in the opposite hand. And just take a moment to feel what's going on in your hips. And if you can tolerate it, if you can't tolerate the stretch, then come out of it a little bit or add an extra block. Now the strap is going to go into the upper hand. So one arm up, one arm down, bend the elbows and meet as you crawl your hands up that strap and just feel cow's head pose. And notice where you're feeling the intensity in your body. Are you feeling it perhaps in the deltoids or in the triceps again? Just notice and being aware of your body, being aware of your breath. Keep the spine nice and tall, the sternum lifted, leading with the heart. Deep breath in. Complete and full breath out. One more time, deep breath in. Complete and full breath out. Wonderful. Okay, now let's, one more time, come up and let's just walk right to the front of our mat and turn around so that we're hanging in waterfall. So just hang in waterfall. Being that this is our first waterfall of this practice, let's take a moment to really feel waterfall. So place most of your weight onto the left leg and just see if you can lift your tailbone a little bit and see what happens as we stretch the back of that leg. And then put most of your weight onto the right foot. Lift your tailbone. See what happens as we stretch the back of the right leg. Now, both feet And we can fold our arms and just kind of sway from side to side, lifting the tailbone. And then nod the head yes, shake the head no. And from here, come right up into monkey. And just feel monkey. Notice what's going on in monkey. Now, when we're in monkey, we don't want to let our guts just spill. So we want to slightly engage the core in monkey. And exhale all the way down. One more time into forward fold. Lift the tailbone and get as much as you can out of this pose. Inhale up into monkey again. And then come all the way up and let's go into our balance poses. So we begin in tree. So set your drishti up. I want you to set it up where the crown molding would be if you had crown molding in your room. Place all of your weight on one foot. Thumbs are back. Bring the attention to the standing foot. And just imagine that standing foot is like a claw. And it just claws into the carpet or the floor where you're practicing. Just feel that. Now, imagine that there's roots extending out from your foot about as tall as you are in diameter all the way around you and down, down, down to the center of the earth, just all the way down. Thumbs are back. Set your drishti again if you've lost it, and then place your other foot wherever you need it to be. And it can be above the knee, below the knee, or at the ankle, or your foot can be on the ground. I want you to completely respect where you're at in your ability to balance today. Don't rest your foot on your knee. That's the only no-no. Arms then out to the side. And you can bring them up to a V, or you can bring them all the way together, or you can leave them out to the side, whatever feels good and helps you maintain your balance here. Deep inhale, complete exhale. Again, deep inhale, complete exhale. One more time, deep inhale, complete exhale. And come right out of the pose. Good. Right to the other side. So set your drishti. Feel your foot like a claw clawing into the earth. So you're engaging your toes, feeling your toes. Now, feel the roots spreading out from your foot and then going down, a deep taproot, down, 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 deep into the earth. Thumbs are back. Set your drishti again if you've lost it. Put your other foot wherever you need it to be. So you can have the foot down on the floor. You can bring the ankle up to the heel up to the ankle. You can bring your foot up to the ankle, to the calf. You want to avoid the knee. And you can bring your foot all the way up above the knee if you want it there. Now, hands to the side. You can bring them up to a V if you want. Or you can come all the way up, just wherever you want to be. Focus now on your breath. And relax down. Very good. Now let's do one more and let's employ the wall. So we're going to grab a block. If you want, we're going to do half moon using the wall. So come out from the wall just as far as you can. You may need to experiment. And your foot is going to be down. Your toes are going to be down. And then you can also balance your hand on this block, and just find what's going to be comfortable for you, the height of the block. Other arm comes up and then look up. And if you want to, you can come off the wall a little bit so that you're actually doing this pose without the wall. Deep and complete breath. 2 more breaths. And then let's go right to the other side. So we'll just place the opposite foot on the wall. And just take your time until you can figure out where you're at today in your balance. It's different from day to day. Other arm comes up. And if you want, you can reach forward a little bit with your hand on the block and come off the wall with your foot. And maybe you can't do it on that side. Maybe you can do it on one side and not the other side, and that's okay too. Deep and complete breaths. And relax down. Wonderful. Now let's come to the top of our mat. And we're going to bend right at the hips, bend at the knees, drop the arms, come all the way down, right onto hands and knees as we practice getting up and down from the floor so that when we're 80, we'll still be able to do that. Or for those of us who are 80, you can still do it. Okay. Now let's meet on our backs for our ab work. Coming right back. Hands next to the ankles. Inhale one leg. Exhale, alternate, lifting that tailbone. Lift the tailbone. Inhale, alternate. And exhale. And relax. Keep the knees come right in at the chest and bring the arms out to the side underneath your kitty if your kitty is joining you. Bring both knees to one side. So this is spinal twist. Give it a moment. Give yourself a moment to feel spinal twist, and then right to the other side. And give your body a moment to accommodate. And then back and forth. Or if you want more, straighten the legs. Breathing with each movement. Breathing. We may have we may want to hold our breath here. Make yourself breathe with each movement. And one more to each side. And then right up into pike position. Hands, palm sides down, right underneath the glutes. Spread the toes, lower to the count of 10, lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back up. And lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back up. Lowering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Feel your elbows. Just slide your hands out from under the glutes and lift right up into fish. And if you can, lower your head and neck. If you can't, if that causes you pain, keep your head and neck up. Feel your breath as you look up and back at the carpet, or if your head and neck is up, just go as far as you can, looking up and back. Lift the sternum. So see if you can lift the sternum another millimeter. Full breath in, complete exhale, full breath in again. And then as you exhale, look at your feet and slide down nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Let's take the left knee and pull it in right toward the left shoulder. Now, left knee comes toward right shoulder. Take it easy here. If you get any zingers or any pain, you want to just back right out. So just go snuggle up right next to pain, not into pain. Feel that lovely stretch deep under the glutes. Knee out to the side. Reach inside the knee with the hand on the outside of the foot. Pull the foot up and just use your elbow as a little leverage to push your knee out and feel that nice stretch of the adductors, the upper inner leg. Some deep breaths. And let's take our straps, wrap the strap right around the ball of the foot, straighten the knee, flex the toes right towards your nose, and then just when you're in have a completely straight knee here, then come up as far as you can without losing that straightened knee. So keep the knee straight, even if that means that you need to bring your foot lower down toward the earth. Just enjoy this. It's another stretch of the hamstring and of the calf and the bottom of the foot. And as you breathe, notice your breathing in and out. And on your next inhale, inhale that leg right out to the side, right to the lateral stretch, opposite arm for a counterbalance. So just relax, relaxing into this pose. Okay, deep breath in and bend the knee. Release and drop the strap. Let's bring that knee all the way across into spinal twist. Other arm comes all the way out. Look as far as you can towards that opposite arm and just take this moment and feel this twist in your spine. Great. And come out of it. Let's go right to the other side. First, stretch that leg out, taking a moment to feel the difference between right and left sides of the body. Now, right to the other side. So let's bring the right knee right to the right shoulder. And just feel that. Feels good. Just this easy stretch. Now, right knee to left shoulder. Notice what you're feeling here. This stretch under the glutes. Going easy, never into pain. We don't want pain in yoga. Only maximum sensation, never pain. Now, knee to the outside of the body. Reach inside the knee, grab the outside of the foot. Pull that foot up and use your elbow to apply a little leverage to the knee so that you feel that lovely stretch of the adductor, the inside of the upper leg. Deep and complete breaths. Now grab your strap, wrap it around the ball of the foot, extend the leg to where the knee is straight and locked. That's very important. The knee is straight and locked. Reaching the toes right towards the nose, flex the foot all the way. And as keeping the knee straight and locked, then just go as far as you can, which may not be very far, and that's okay. That is okay. So keep coming up. And just go to the maximum that you can go. It doesn't have to look like me. And just feel this stretch. Feel your breath. And again, place your awareness in the heart center, reminding yourself to lead with your heart, and not just in this pose, but in all of life. Now, reach that arm to the side, letting the leg stretch out for the lateral stretch. Opposite arm comes out for a counterbalance. And just feel this in your body as you relax into this yin posture. So everything is relaxed except the arm holding onto the strap. Deep, complete breath in. And slow and thorough exhale out. One more time. Deep, complete breath in. Slow, thorough breath out. And then bend the knee, drop the strap, bring that knee all the way across, opposite arm all the way out. Look with your head and your neck all the way out. Enjoy your breath, enjoy this pose. Now let's come all the way back up. And we're going to go into Shavasana, our final resting. So remember, you can go into legs up the wall pose if you think that will feel good. You can put a pillow or a block under your head if that would be more comfortable. You can put a block underneath your thoracic spine. And I like to bring my knees up so that my heels are as close to my glutes as I can get them. Let the legs fall apart so that my soles of my feet are touching together. And just close your eyes and let's focus upon the breath. And place your awareness now with the breath, also with the bottom of the feet. And notice the temperature of the bottom of the feet. And notice the skin on the bottom of the feet. And notice if the skin is tingly on the bottom of the feet. And as you inhale, bring your awareness into the feet bones, all the bones of the feet. Just feel them and be aware of them. Be aware of the bone of the heel. And as you inhale again, slide your awareness right up into your ankle joint. And as you exhale this time, Bring your awareness up into your shin and your calf. Now inhale, tuning in to the knee joint and the kneecap. Inhaling, your awareness comes into the thigh and the bone of the thigh, the femur bone. It's being aware of this. And as you breathe in, right into the hip socket, breathe your awareness right into the hip socket. Now come into the pelvic floor. Notice the pelvic floor. Notice if you're clenching the pelvic floor. If you are, you can choose to release it momentarily. Come into the bowl of the pelvis with your awareness and your breath. And notice as you inhale, the diaphragm pushes down and you can feel pressure all the way into the bowl of the pelvis and into the pelvic floor. So take a couple of breaths noticing this. Deep inhale. Notice that pressure. Now be aware of the actual physical stomach. Feel that. Notice if it's full, if it's empty, if it's a little hungry, if it feels tense, or if you feel like you may have butterflies in your stomach. Some sensation like a punch in the gut if you've had bad news, or feeling socially isolated. You might feel a punch in the gut type feeling. Just being aware, not changing anything. Just being aware of where you're at right now. Now, right up into your chest. Feel the heart chakra. Notice what you feel here. And as you breathe in, slide your awareness right up into the throat chakra. And notice your voice box and notice if there's any sensation there, maybe a tightness or a lump in the throat. Maybe it just feels soft and relaxed. Notice if you can feel your pulse in the great vessels of the neck. Now, as you inhale, bring your awareness and tune right into the area of the third eye. So it's between the brow, about an inch above the brow. And just tune in there. Look with your eyes gently up and out as if you're looking about a foot in front of your brow, about an inch above the brow. Just look in that general direction with your eyes. And then place your awareness now with the next breath, the very top of the head. Inhaling through the top of the head, imagining that you're inhaling through the top of the head down to the bottom of the lungs. And from the bottom of the lungs, right out, all the way through the neck, all the way out through the top of the head. One more time, inhaling through the top of the head. In deep into the lungs. Exhaling from the lungs out through the top of the head. One more time. Now let's roll our wrists and roll our ankles and stretch a little. Stretch your arms above your head, and then let's just roll to one side. So coming down out of legs up the wall if you're there, and coming into a nice fetal position. And let's say to ourselves May I be happy and peaceful. May I be healthy and strong. May I be free from inner harm. And may I be free from outer harm. And may I care for myself with ease. Good. And take your arms and just push yourself up from the side. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed here. And arms up and hands to heart center. And the highest in me honors the highest in you. Namaste. And next week we will have Sangha. I'm actually working in on my lunch hour, so I won't be doing Sangha. We won't be doing Sangha today, but next week we will. So we'll see you next week.